So, using a function to solve for a value. Let's use this graph here to solve for each question. The first thing I want to do is come up with the equation for the function. Now, if you followed kind of in a previous lesson, okay, we came up with the equation y plus 4 is equal to 3 over 2 x plus 1, or y minus 5 is equal to 3 over 2 x minus 5. Okay, and that's based on these points here, -1, -4, and 5, 5. And this is a slope, and I'm going to freehand it in. That's never a good thing. Well, that's not too bad. Okay, slope is 9 over 6, and we use those points to come up with these equations. Okay, now that again is something that we did in the previous lesson, so if you want to take a look at that or you missed over that one, okay, double check on, that was example 1 from the previous lesson. Now what we want to do is determine the value of y when x equals 100. So what we need to do is figure out when we plug 100 in for x, what is the y value. Now technically these two should give us the exact same thing, so it doesn't matter which one I use. 3 over 2, and then it's 100 plus 1 in there. Okay, and I'll go through really quickly the second one there as to how it gives us the exact same value. Now the first thing we do is if we want to solve for y, we have to complete this one right here. So y plus 4 is equal to 100 plus 1 is 101. Multiply it by 3 over 2. 3 over 2 times 101 gives us 151.5. Okay, or 151 and 1/2. Okay, so it's going to, or 0.5. It wouldn't be, if you do as a decimal, that's not it's not terrible, as long as you understand it as a decimal there. Then we want, again, to get y by itself, we move this term right here over to the other side, so we subtract 4 from both sides, and y is equal to 147.5. And that would be our value for y. Now if we do it with the other equation, we should get the exact same thing. Okay, and so if I do y minus 5 is equal to 3 over 2, and this is 100 minus 5. Okay, so y minus 5 is equal to 3 over 2 times 95. Again, you can use a calculator for that. 3 over 2 times 95 is 142.5. Okay, now to get the y by itself, we need to add 5 to both sides, and y is equal to 147.5. Exactly the same thing, and it should always give us the exact same thing no matter which equation we use, whether we use the first one or the second one. Okay, we could find another point. Okay, we could use that point there and use that one, use that point there. Doesn't matter, it's always going to give us the exact same value because the equation in fact is correct. So the next thing we want to do is figure out what is the y-intercept. Okay, what is this point right there? Now to do that, we need to figure out, or we can kind of use what our x value is, and in fact our x value here is 0. Okay, so we're going to use x equals 0 in this case. Now we can use either one of these. I'm going to use this first one here. So y plus 4 is equal to 3 over 2. Now we're going to insert the 0 in for x and put it there. Y plus 4, 0 plus 1 is just 1. 3 over 2 times 1 is just 3 over 2, or 1.5. We subtract 4 from both sides, and y is equal to -2.5, which is roughly kind of what we figured here. It's roughly about a -2.5. So that would be our y-intercept. Okay, so we put x in for 0, and we come up with our y-intercept.